This Taney Bridge Malone back with another YouTube video. So I'm going to show y'all what I caught from my local Ross. There wasn't a whole lot in there today. There really wasn't a whole lot in there. So anyway, I'm going to show y'all what I caught. I did pick up a pair of shoes today. I thought they were $34.99, but I need to look at the receipt because I think they charged me $40 for those shoes. No, they charged me $34.99. All right. So the shoes I got were $34.99. The shorts I got were $7.99. They were Nike shorts, $7.99. They matched the shoes. And then I bought a pair of Levi's that are brown Levi's. I got them in the men's section. I got the shorts in the youth boys section. And I got the shoes in the boys section. So here we go. And, you know, so I spent... They shorted me 8 hours on my check again this week too, because I worked 40 hours last week. And you know how they hold the check back on you anyway. So the first week I only worked 13 hours. I got all my pay for that. The second check I got was the next week I worked there, I worked 32 hours. They only paid me for 24 hours on last week's check that I got, right? I told y'all about that when I shot a video last week. And then I got my check this week, which was last week I got paid for 24 hours, so they shorted me 8 hours because I worked 32 hours, right? But that was the check. But you keep in mind, they held a week back. You know, most jobs do, depending on how the pay period falls. So, anyway, when I got paid last week, I got paid for 24 hours. I was supposed to got paid for 32 hours. Well, that 8 hours was supposed to be on this paycheck. Now, last week, I worked 40 hours, so I should have got paid 48 hours on this paycheck. Well, they paid me for 40 hours. They didn't pay me for the 8 hours they owed me, right? So now I got to go in and talk to them again because they're not paying me for all my hours. So anyway, because the time clock don't work half time, but anyway, I spent a total in Ross of $77.34. I got a pair of shorts, I got a pair of jeans, I got a pair of shoes, and I got me some black t-shirts for work. A whole pack of them, and I don't know how many came in them. I don't know if there's 3 or 4 shirts in there, but anyway, I paid $10 for a pack of black shirts. Mind you me that they were supposed to give me 2 black shirts when I started work, but they only gave me 1. So I'm having to wash my clothes every night because I only got 1 black shirt. And besides, I'd have to wash them anyway because of my apron. You know, I got to clean it. They only gave me 1. Alright, so I'm going to show y'all the pack of black. I'm going to show y'all what I caught. I got these black shirts in the men's section. I couldn't find any all black shirt in the women's section. You got to be able to tuck your shirt in. So anyway, I got this. $9.99. I don't know what the original price is. I don't know how many is in this. There are 5 of these in here for $10. Where can you go? You tell me. You tell me, where can you go and get 5 black shirts for $10? You can't go to Walmart and buy a pack. You might buy a pack of black shirts that have pockets in them. You might find you're not going to get 5 shirts for $10. You're not going to do it. Now, these are a medium. I normally wear a small. But we're going to open them up and see what they look like. And I want to see what they look like. 5 black shirts. Alright, there's supposed to be 5 of them. We'll see if there's 5 in there. So, the thing of it is, they're thin, which I don't care for. But it's hot, so I guess it don't matter. But these are Jake & Company, 60% cotton, 40% polyester. They're made in India. Imagine that. Nothing's ever made in the U.S., is it? But this shirt is a medium, but this shirt looks like a small. And you can see it's pretty much see-through. But I wear my apron over it, so it don't really matter. I don't care. I'm not going to go out and give $25 for a pack of freaking t-shirts at Walmart. So they're plenty long enough for me to tuck in. I'll probably have to let them hang dry. But yeah, they're kind of thin. A lot thinner than these. But yeah, they're pretty much see-through. But I mean, they're still black shirts. And I'm not giving a fortune for something I'm going to get dirty. So there's the other one. But anyway, there's 2, 3, 4. There's 5 of them. So probably should have just left them in the pack. But anyway, we're going to throw the pack down. But still, they might be a little thinner, but it don't really matter. It's just something I'm wearing in work. I don't want to give a fortune for something I'm wearing in work. I'm going to dirty it up. You know what I mean? It don't matter. It's still cheaper than having, and I'm sure if I bought them at Walmart, the material would have been a little bit thicker, but it don't matter. 5 black t-shirts for $10, I'm good. Because I couldn't have got them at Walmart for that, and I wasn't going to give $20 or $25 for a pack of 5 shirts in freaking Walmart. I'm not going to do it, and because I don't, even though this material is thinner than what I would like it to be, but it's still a black shirt, you know. And there's no point in me spending $20 or $25 on some shirts at Walmart when I can get them. I get 5 for $10. So now if I, you know, now I can have a black shirt to wear for every day of the week. So anyway, that's why I bought these, because they ran out last week. I was going to buy them and I didn't get them, and they had some in there now. So you can't beat 5 of them for $10. And remember, it's just something I'm wearing to work. It's going to get dirty anyway, so it's no big deal. It ain't like it's something I'm going to wear out on the town. It's just something for work, you know. Why should I spend my hard working money buying shit for work? You know what I mean? Excuse my language, but I ain't holier than thou. I'm not perfect. But anyway. Alright, I got to fit these back in here before I get out the next item. I got 4 things all together. I got me some black shirts for work. I can't beat $10 for 5 black shirts. You couldn't go to Walmart and buy them for that. And it don't have to be the best material, because hell, I'm just wearing it at work, you know. Alright, so I got these shorts which match the shoes I got. I mean, it don't match it to the T, but it's got orange in it, you know what I mean? So these shorts are a pair of Nike shorts. I don't know what the original price is. If there is an original price, there is. Originally $35, that's what the ticket says. I gave $7.99 for them. I don't know if they got a hole in them, because I didn't ask them to check to see if there's a hole, but it looks like they're fine. Anyway, it looks like they got paint splattered on them. Anyway, they're the same kind of shorts that I got in those lime green ones or lime yellow ones or whatever that I got, only they got this color. It's a different color. Same short. Got the orange on there. Got the orange Nike right there, if I can find it. Orange Nike sign, and then it's got this. So it's got army green in it. It's got this color, which I got a pair of shorts just like these last week with this color. They was all this color here, but these have got like they're sort of remind me of an army colors. They got different colors in them. But anyway, I gave $8 for these Nike shorts. Where are you going to go and get a pair of Nike shorts for $8? Y'all need to quit spending all your money in these expensive ass stores, man. Excuse my language. Quit spending all your money on expensive stores and go to Ross and Marshalls and find stuff dressed for less. You don't have to have that $100 pair of shorts. You don't have to have that $200 shirt. Now, if it was handmade, sewn and handmade by somebody that's running a company, I could see giving it, because it would be worth it. But this stuff comes out of a factory, man, and some of it, a lot of it's made from machines. Nah, man, I'm good. I ain't paying that kind of money. I don't have that kind of money to spend. Now, I got me a pair of jeans, and before y'all start, you're bickering with me, I bought these for winter and fall. I didn't buy them to wear now. I liked them, so I picked them up. Was they on sale? No, but anything in Ross is on sale compared to what you're going to get for it. Now, these are a 5'11", size 28 waist, and the length is 30. And they're Levi's. You can see the red tab. Anything you buy in Ross is authentic. I don't care what anybody says. There's a lot of stuff on the internet saying that Ross don't carry authentic stuff. Yes, they do. Honey, so if people were paying full price for everything, then why do I see so many people in Ross trying to find deals? Then I see other people go to the Goodwill and give more money for something that you could get in Ross for cheaper. Do they even bother to look? Sometimes there's not nothing in Ross to get. Sometimes that you don't find nothing you want. It depends on who you are and what you're looking for. I gave $20 for these pants. Now, I don't know if it's got, the original price tag on these are $69.50. I got them for $19.99. You can't tell me I didn't get a steal on them. You ain't going to get these pants online on Levi's.com for that price unless they're having a sale. Now, every once in a while, Levi's.com has a sale, because I used to buy pants off of there because I couldn't find nothing in town, and that's before Ross and Marshalls came into our town. Ross has only been here for a couple of years, if that. You know, a little over 2 or 3 years, that's about as long as it's been here. But, yeah, I don't give full price for stuff most generally, especially with the money I make now, because I don't make the money I made when I was working at Serpentine. I don't make $20-some an hour anymore. And I got a paycheck, and I want to buy myself something, I go to Ross. I look around. If I don't see anything I want, then I don't pick it up. I don't buy stuff if I ain't gonna wear it. I don't buy stuff, let me repeat that again. I don't buy stuff if I don't plan on wearing it. Not anymore, I don't. But these, I've never had an all brown pair of jeans. These are dope. I like them. And I tried them on, they fit me good. But anyway, $69.50 and I got them for 20 bucks. What's there to argue about? You can't go into Walmart and buy a pair of pants. Their Levi brands in there are $22 to $23. I got these. These are the red tab. Walmart don't sell the red tab Levi's. I got these for 20 bucks. They sell theirs for $22.98. And theirs is not the same Levi brand as this. It's made by Levi's, but it's a different type of jean. It's thinner material. But anyway, these ain't the thickest material, but I like them. I don't want my pants so damn thick to burn me the hell up anyway. But excuse my language. But anyway, yeah, these are a stretch jean. As you can well see, 28-30, it's stretch. I like my jeans stretchy because I like them to stretch with me. I don't like, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, yeah, these are a dope fit. They fit me good, and yeah, I like them. Dope. As you can well tell, and these I will wear them. I did forget to tell them to check to see if there's any holes in anything, but I didn't see no big plastic things on these pants. But on their shoes, they put them, and they do, you know, it is what it is. But anyway, this is what I copped. And then I'm going to show you the shoes I copped. The shoes I copped, and they don't come in a box. Y'all know that Ross's shoes do not come in a box. So you don't get the box with them. These shoes right here, they got a little bit of dirt on there right there. But I can get that off with some kind of Dawn dishwashing liquid, or I can get it off with some soap and water or something. I'll find some way to get that off there. It ain't that big of a deal. That's probably why they had them marked down, because it had that little spot of dirt. But I don't care. I'm not selling these shoes. I bought them to wear. And if you wear them, you're going to get dirt on your shoes, you know. There is mesh on this shoe, and there is rubber on this shoe. These shoes are probably what you would consider a clear sole. They sell shoe cleaner online called Shinada. If you get on Instagram, there's a guy on there that sells shoe cleaner called Shinada. And it cleans shoes, and he shows how it cleans the shoes. And I don't know how much the product is, even if it was $60 or $70. How many pairs of shoes do you have that you could use? Because it's good on suede, it's good on all materials. I highly suggest you go check his channel out. I don't know what it's called, I just know, look up Shinada. That's one of the best shoe cleaners on the market. And you can use it on suede too. But I don't choose to buy shoes with suede. I have a few pairs of shoes that have suede on them, but most of my shoes are mesh, and mesh is hard to keep clean too. But there's ways to wash your shoes. There are shoe cleaners out there you can buy to wash your shoes with. I like these shoes. They match this. They match this. Come on now. Come on now. And they're Nikes, and they might have some gray on them, but gray matches anything. Is there not gray in this? Is there not gray in these shorts? Is there not orange in these shoes? Okay, what do you think? Did I get a steal or not? $35 for the shoes? Where are you going to go buy a pair of Nikes for $35 unless you go to a Dress for Less? Get real. $8 for the shorts. I got a shirt at home that will match this. I got a tan shirt, a brown shirt. It will match this. It don't have to be Nike for me to match it with the shorts, as long as the shirt matches the shorts and the color I pick. Come on now. $35 for the shoes. Let me show y'all what the shoe looks like. Yeah, let's see what it looks like. I really wish I didn't have this plastic thing on there, but there's the back of the shoe. I don't know what kind of Nikes these are, but they're Nikes. Who cares if they're Jordan? I don't care if they're Jordan or not. How many pairs of shoes have I told y'all I've given the homeless that were? How many times have I given Jordan brand shoes away? So am I materialistic? No, not really. Most of the shoes that I wear cost $50 or less at Dress for Less. I don't spend a lot of money on shoes. I've got a lot of big selection of shoes, but most of my shoes came from Ross. I don't go out here and spend $150 on shoes hardly ever. I got one pair of shoes cost $150. One pair cost $130. The rest of them came from Dress for Less fits. Come on now. I ain't giving $70 for a pair of shoes in Ross. They have a lot of pairs in there that are overly priced. I'm not paying that. I wait for them to go on sale. So yeah, shorts, match the shoes. Nike shorts, orange check on a check. This check mark is blue, but it don't matter. It still matches the fit. And I got a shirt to match it. I didn't have to buy a shirt to match it. I've got a brown shirt that'll match this. I've got a lime. I've got many a shirts that'll match this. I got a tan colored and a brown colored spaghetti strap shirt. It'll match this. I gave $3 for it. So you might as well say I gave $8 for the shorts, $3 for the shirt, $35 for the shoes. I got a whole fit plus a pair of shoes. Well, you say $11 for the shirt and the shorts and $35 for the shoes. Less than $50 I can make a damn fit. I don't have to go out here and spend $200 on a damn fit. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that because I don't have the money, and even if I did, I'm not doing it no more. Now you figure, I got 10 shirts for work. I got a pair of shorts, I got a pair of shoes, and a pair of jeans for less than $80. A pair of shoes in a store will cost you that much. Come on, man, I'm just speaking truth, man. Y'all want to talk about how much money you spend out here on a pair of shoes. Everybody wants to make these videos on how much money they spend on a garment. If you're spending more money on a handmade garment, I could see it. But to go out here and spend $100 on a pair of... Now, I'm good, man. I have paid $100 for a pair of jeans before. I'm telling you, I have. If I like something, I'll pay the money if I want it. But what I'm saying is, with the money I'm making, I'm on a budget. So that means I'm shopping where I can afford to buy. If you can, even if you got $1 million, you're going to go out here and spend $1,000 on a pair of shoes. That's stupid, in my opinion. That's just plain stupid. But everybody does what they want to do with their money. But that's just my opinion. But it don't matter about my opinion. Dress how you want to dress. Buy what you want to buy. Buy what you can afford, not what you can't afford. If you got the money to do it, that's your choice. But you could be out here helping the homeless. You could shop dress for less and still make a fit. You ain't got to spend $100. You can go into Ross and find a fit, maybe 2 fits, and a pair of shoes. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm going to talk this to the day I die, because God don't want us spending full price on shoes and clothes. He really don't, because we are overspending on ourselves and not helping the poor. So what I am saying is, I needed shirts for work. I wasn't going, like I said, I wasn't going to go give $20 or $25 for a package of damn shirts at Walmart, because that's what it would cost me. I'm not paying that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. You know, it's like when I started this job, I figured I'd have to go buy me a pair of shoes, but they ain't slip resistant, but they're waterproof. They said I could wear them. They didn't say it was a big deal. They said, well, it don't matter. Even if you got slip resistant shoes, you're going to slide on this floor. So I didn't worry about it, because I spent $25 on a pair of shoes at Ross, and that's the ones I wore. And I told them they wasn't slip. I didn't know if they were slip resistant. I said, I know they're waterproof, but I don't think they're slip resistant. I said, I bought them way back when I got my short-term disability pay, so I didn't know if they were slip resistant or not. I was hoping they was, but I didn't know. But what I'm saying is, shop dress for less, man. Quit spending all this money you got on yourself and help out the homeless. You know, and some people, they do well to take care of themselves. Let's just be real. As high as stuff is nowadays, we do well to take care of ourselves. And a lot of times, you don't have to give money. You can just give something out of your house that you ain't wearing anymore. How much stuff do you have hoarded in your closet and inside of your house that you're not using that you could freely give to the homeless? Clothes, shoes, blankets, jackets, anything you got that you're not using that you're just going to take and give away to somebody, give it to the homeless. What is trash to you is another man's treasure. You know what I mean? We got homeless out here going through the trash cans trying to get pop cans so they can get money to buy them something to eat. When we got people in our homes that have way more than enough, and they wouldn't offer a homeless person a shirt off their damn back. We ain't supposed to live like that. We supposed to help the poor. I'm an advocate for the poor. Yes, I buy myself stuff out of my check, but I work for my money, and I don't go out here and get full price for stuff anymore. I did when I had a job making more money, but I wasted a lot of money. This is all I'm buying. I'm sticking to it too, because I'm going to start saving money. But what I am telling you all is the best thing for you to do is to really think about a purchase when you make it. Are you going to help? If somebody come up to you or you cross somebody's path, would you help them out if they needed help, or would you just turn a blind eye to them? Because that's what a lot of people do. If I see people online and like I said, people have clothing brands where they hand sew their stuff, where they make their stuff. Hey, that's cool, but something shouldn't cost. I mean, if it costs $100 for a pair of jeans, I mean, yeah, that's high. But if you like something well enough, you'll pay the price if you have the money. And it's okay to pay full price for something. If it's something you really want and you think you're going to wear it and you're not going to outgrow it in a month or two, then yeah, I could see paying that if that's what you want to do. But when you're on a budget and you only have so much money to spend, then you might have to save. If you buy a $100 pair of pants, you might have to save $25 out of every check for a month till you can afford to buy them. You may not want to take $100 out of one check because you got bills to pay. So the best thing to do is to try to find stuff that don't cost a lot of money. But if you like something and it fits you well and you really want it, I get it. I've spent full price on stuff before, but I'm trying to keep myself from spending full price on stuff because I really don't have that kind of money to spend anymore. I'm trying to be more wise with my money instead of spending every dime I have. But be you as it may, the last 2 paychecks I've had have not been that big of a paycheck. My first paycheck was only 13 hours. I didn't have money really to go out and spend on clothes, but I still bought me a fit. Because I feel like I need to buy myself a little bit of something because I worked my ass off all week for my pay, so I feel like I should be able to buy myself something. But that don't mean I go out here and pay full price for it. I'm shopping Ross Dress for Less. Come on now. I really am. What's the point in paying full price for stuff if you don't have to? If you're one of these people that you got millions of dollars, you may be able to afford that $1,000 pair of shoes. But God didn't tell you to go spend $1,000 on a pair of shoes. What pair of shoes? There ain't a pair. I'm gonna tell you right now, there ain't a pair of shoes on the face of the earth that's worth $1,000 in my eyes. I don't care what it's going for, or what the going price is. You're paying for the name. You ain't paying for the. Come on now. All shoes are made the same. They ain't. I'm just telling you. Unless you're talking about Walmart shoes, because they don't last very long. And that is true, they don't. But my thing is, if you have a shoe cleaner, you can keep a lot of shoes and wear them many a times if you take care of them. I've got 20-some pairs of shoes at home. Did I need that pair of shoes? No, I did not. But I needed something to match the shorts. I didn't have any shoes, except I got a couple all-white pairs of shoes I could have wore with them. I could have done without the shoes, but I liked the shoes, so I got them. They were on sale. $35 wasn't a bad deal for them shoes. They're comfortable. They fit me to the T. I'm going to wear them. But I really didn't need them. Did I need them? No, not really. I really didn't need them because I've got several pairs of shoes at home. But I like pop of colors, so I bought them. So what? I didn't give full price for them. I got them on sale. I didn't go out here and give $100. Now, if I went out and bought a $150 pair of shoes and I only wore them one time, yeah, I could see complaining about that. That was a waste of money. But a lot of people have several pairs of shoes. I mean, how often are you really wearing them? Because if you work 5 days out of the week, you ain't really home to wear those shoes. You have to wear your attire for work. That's like when I didn't have a job, I was making videos every day with a different fit on because I wasn't going to work. I didn't have a job. Now that I have a job, y'all don't want to see my same fit every day, so I quit making fit reviews during the days that I work. I wait until I'm off because I know you all don't want to see the same damn outfit every day. You know what I mean? It's black. It's the same thing. If it ain't different, people ain't wanting to watch a fit review that's the same thing. You know what I mean? It ain't no different outfit. It's the same color. You know, it's nothing different. It is really hot today, man. I am really tired, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it home, go back home. I don't know what I'm going to do. I know I got up early. I went to bed about 12 or 1 o'clock. I ain't trying to be mean, y'all. I'm just trying to tell you, God would rather you find something on sale than get full price for something. But God's not going to tell you not to get full price for something. You know what I mean? That's up to you. God gives us freedom of choice, you know. But you want to sit out here. People want to complain about their debts. A lot of times people file bankruptcy because they don't manage their money wisely. And a lot of times people file bankruptcy because they have mania episodes like I did, and I went through bankruptcy, wasn't in the right mind, leaving jobs and you know, out here running up credit cards to pay my bills, and I wasn't in my right mind. But there are people out here who file bankruptcy just because they can't manage their money. It don't have nothing to do with them going through anything. So I'm just saying, you know. But the thing of it is, we got to learn how to use our money wisely. You know, because the truth of the matter is, if you're overextending your means, it's bad enough that things in society cost so much money because the price of stuff just keeps going up. People's wages ain't going up like they ought to. You know, for me to get out here and make it off $14.50 an hour, ain't no way I could get out here and make it off that. Apartments in this town go for $1,000 or more a month. That ain't including your utilities. You got to pay them separately. Some people's car payments are more than what they're paying in rent a month or a house payment a month. Some people, we think we got to have that $50,000 or $60,000 car, but a lot of cars cost that kind of money. And if you ain't got no credit, nobody thinks you're anything on the face of this earth. If you ain't got no credit, you know, you got to have good credit to get a loan. Who wants a loan if you don't need it? But a lot of times you can't get nothing unless you go in debt. I don't know. I'm just trying to tell you all, maybe think about what you spend your money on. If you ever want to get out on your own, you got to start saving money. If you live with your parents, you can't save no money when you get out on your own. This is what my mother always taught me. So I got to start saving money. But it's really hard to save money when you really don't get that big of a paycheck, you know, because you got to have cigarettes, you got to have gas. And, you know, I'm not out that much gas to get to work, but a lot of times I'm sitting in the parking lot 2 hours before I have to be there because for you all, I'm making content. I do without sleep for you all so I can bring you content every day. I may not be bringing you a freestyle or a dance video every day, but I'm bringing you God's word. I'm bringing you good advice. I'm on a mission. I got a vision. Christ is my admission. He's my commission. He's the one that pays me my paycheck. I don't care where I work. He's the one paying me. He's the one blessing me with the job. It may not be the best job in the world, and I deal with some toxic environment, workplace environment, but I still got to have a job. This is where a lot of things come into play that people don't want to talk about. But God wants us to actually conserve our money. He don't want us out here spending frivolously. He's generous. He wants you to be able to be generous to people. You can't help people if you've got bills to pay sometimes. You may have to give them something out of your house, which many of people are hoarding stuff they don't need. There's ways to give back to your community. You can volunteer at your local soup kitchen. You can volunteer at a Hands of Hope or a place or a church, anything. You can volunteer your time. You can give them something you already have in your house that you ain't even using. It don't always have to cost money. How much stuff in your house are you hoarding that you're not using? But you don't think twice. Why should you think twice about giving it to them? I gave a $150, $200 necklace that I bought several years ago, and I gave it to a homeless man. I don't think twice about that, you know. I didn't really want to get rid of it, but he was in need, and I had no money to give him. So I gave what I had freely, because God gave me everything freely. He gave his life freely, so why can't we give freely? We should never be possessed. We should never be not possessed, but we should never be possessed, no. But what I'm saying is we should never be so obsessed, is what I'm trying to say, over materialistic things that we put it above God. Because a lot of times we get furious, we get upset when we can't buy ourselves something. But what we want needs to come above what we need needs to come above our wants. We have to have food, we have to have gas in our car to get to work. We have to pay our bills if we have any. We can't take our money and go spend it on stuff we don't have the money for. Because when you do that, it puts you in debt. All these holidays that come around. All these holidays that come around like Christmas and so many others that people are spending all their money. Why? It's not good to do. You never know what's going to come up if you have no money saved. But if you live in with your family, you need to save money while you're living with them. Because once you get out on your own, it's hard to save money because it takes all your money to pay your bills, the biggest majority of it. We know how high things are in this world. They are not cheap. They go up every day. The price of gas, the price of everything. Taxes go up. Food goes up. Gas goes up. Everything is way higher than it ever should be. People are barely making it nowadays. I get it. I know. I've been on my own before. Paying all the bills myself with no help. I know. Don't judge me because I live with my parents. I have to. I don't have a choice. But I don't sit and use them. They have helped me many in my lifetime. But what I am telling you is, if you are living somewhere and you're not having to pay rent, you need to save your money to get you a place. So until next time, peace, love, and y'all be blessed. And remember, it's better to dress for less so you can help the poor. If you're a person who wants to help the poor, you can't do it spending $1,000 on shoes or $300 or $400 on shoes you don't need. You can get them at Ross for cheaper.